What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a question I've been getting a lot, is how to install your foot pegs onto your B1. So I've been getting a lot of messages and asking how these are put in, and I guess I didn't really make it too clear in the unboxing video, so what I'm going to do is make this short standalone video for you guys. That way you can get it on right the first time, and I don't have to answer so many questions. So let's start off by showing you guys the foot pegs themselves. They should come in a little bag, and each of them are going to have a foot peg, a spring. The spring is going to be specific for the foot pegs. I'll show you that here in a second. You're going to have a pin, and then you're going to have a cotter pin to wrap around the pin itself. So let's show you guys the springs. So you'll be able to see that each of these springs is going to be different. Alright, so as you can see, both of these springs are laid down flat, and you can see that one side points over here, the other side points towards me. So you can't mix these up, unfortunately. So make sure you keep each spring with each peg. That way you have it correct and you don't get yourself confused. So how do we figure out if you do? Like I said, they're in a bag together, so make sure you keep them together. But if you happen to get them mixed up, I'll show you how to figure it out. Now, as you can see, this is the right side peg. Right here I am on the left side. So obviously if you tried to put this peg on the wrong side, your peg would look like this. You know, it wouldn't work out. So you're gonna have this little stopper right here. Obviously you're gonna want that facing downwards. So if we go to the left side peg, we can see that once we put it in here, we have that standing up correctly and we're in the correct position. Now, as you can see, we have this little circle thingy right here. This is going to face towards the back of the bike, and then once we get our spring, excuse me, what we're going to want to do, let me get this set up real quick, make sure I got the right one. So this is the wrong one. So you want to make sure, mine are already bent because they've been on there for a little while, but you want to make sure your square ends are facing down towards the ground. Not straight up, but down towards the ground itself. Then what you're going to want to do is wrap the bigger square end around the shaft of the peg itself, and then you're going to get in here real quick. So around the shaft itself, make it a little easier to show you guys like that. So we're wrapped around the little circle part, and we got the big square end around the main post of the foot peg, and then we have the smaller one facing downwards. Now obviously if you have that backwards, let me show you real quick, give me 1 second. So if you have that backwards, you'll notice it won't even go on. It's just not going to work out like that. So obviously you just want to make sure you got it sitting around the circle end, and we got our big square going over the shaft just like so. Obviously if you have the other side spring, it won't work out and look like this either. So once you have your foot peg set up just like this with the spring facing downwards, you're going to go to the back bracket right here, and you're going to hook the spring on just like that, and then you're going to push down and in. Now if you're not struggling to do this somewhat, you're probably doing it wrong, and go ahead and go back over the video. But basically you're going to push this down, push it in, and you're going to put your shaft in straight through the top part all the way on the inside. So let me get this set up on the tripod real quick and I'll show you how to put it in. Alright guys, hopefully you can see okay. So here we go, we have our peg already ready, spring on the peg, where you're pushing down just like so, and then we're taking our pin, we're going to, oops, see what I mean? Got to be struggling a little bit. If you're not struggling a little bit, you're probably doing it wrong. Spring down, and then we put our pin in just like so. Wiggle it around, make sure you're lining up the hole correctly. Push down on it, and then you can see your pin sticks out the side just like so. We take our cotter pin, which won't be bent to crazy like that, and then we'll insert it into the little hole just like so. And then from here we will just bend our cotter pin up. It'll probably be easier with a pair of pliers or something. Bend it up just like that, and now you should have full spring force. That way if you crash, your peg will lift up, pop back down. And then we're going to do the same exact thing with the other one. Again, like I said, you got your circle end right here, you got your big square. You don't want this facing up, you want this facing down, just like so. Put it on, and there you have it. Again, we're going to put this on the back side of the bracket on the other side, push down, stuff it in just like that, and put our little shaft in. Alright guys, one more time. So we got it set up, put our spring back here, pushing down. I have a foot peg or a foot brake right here, so it's going to make this a lot harder for me. As you can see, we're pushing it in. This makes it extremely hard for me. Alright, we got it in. And then of course we could take our cotter pin, stick that bad dog in there. If you need to, rotate it so you can get a better angle. Hopefully my hands aren't all up in the way. Bend both sides up. And then there you have it. You are all set. Alright guys, hopefully that clears up how to install the foot pegs correctly. I'm sorry this week's video is kind of lackluster, but I wanted to get this out, make this easier, because a lot of B1s are showing up and everybody's in the process of putting them together. So hopefully this will help you out. Stay tuned, because we will be installing our taillight and our headlight with high and low beam and brake lights. Got my 3D printed taillight bracket here if you guys want to grab one yourself. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Links are in the about section on my YouTube. We will be plugging in a plug and play 12 volt reducer kit from my man Austin Nieheiser, and he will be making those available for you guys here pretty soon. More details to come on that. But yeah guys, that's gonna do it for this video, and I'll see you soon. Peace.